The wizarding world is full of magical creatures, some charming, some dangerous, and some so powerful they could, in the wrong circumstances, bring the entire magical community and maybe even the Muggle world to its knees. Today we're looking at the magical creatures with the raw power, abilities, and temperament to destroy the wizarding world as we know it. We'll cover their origins, powers, and the frightening what-if scenarios that make them truly catastrophic. So grab your copy of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and let's dive in. Let's start with a creature that actually came very close to bringing down Hogwarts: the Basilisk. Bred from a chicken egg hatched under a toad, the Basilisk is a colossal serpent whose gaze can kill instantly. Its venom is one of the few known substances that can destroy Horcruxes. Salazar Slytherin himself hid one in the Chamber of Secrets for centuries, intending it to purge the school of Muggleborns. If the chamber had opened in Voldemort's adult years instead of by a teenage Tom Riddle, the Basilisk's rampage could have been catastrophic. A basilisk in the wild with no control from a parcel mouth could wipe out magical communities before the Ministry even knew what was happening. The Nundu is arguably the single most dangerous beast in the Fantastic Beasts catalogue. Native to East Africa, this massive leopard-like creature moves silently despite its size, and its breath carries a disease so virulent it can wipe out entire villages. The Ministry of Magic classifies the Nundu as a Class 5 creature, impossible to train and requiring the combined efforts of at least 100 skilled wizards to subdue. If even one Nundu made it to a densely populated wizarding area, the outbreak could spread faster than magical authorities could contain it. Dragons are majestic, awe-inspiring, and absolutely lethal. From the common Welsh green to the fearsome Hungarian horntail, these creatures are armed with fire, claws, and thick hides impervious to most spells. While they're usually kept in reserves and monitored by dragon keepers, history is full of incidents where dragons escaped and caused mass destruction. Imagine a rogue horntail in the heart of London. Not only would it cause massive casualties, but the breach of the International Statute of Secrecy would be impossible to hide from Muggles. This one is pure nightmare fuel. The Lethifold resembles a black cloak that glides along the ground at night. It silently suffocates its victims in their sleep, leaving no trace behind. The only known defense is a Patronus charm, meaning the average witch or wizard without strong magical skill is completely vulnerable. A swarm of Lethifolds moving through a wizarding settlement could erase an entire population without a single witness. Acromantulas like Aragog and his kin are giant spiders with human-level intelligence and a taste for flesh. While one Acromantula is dangerous, the real threat lies in their colonies. In the Forbidden Forest, they multiplied unchecked, creating a lair so vast even Hagrid struggled to keep peace. If a colony migrated towards a populated area, hundreds, maybe thousands of these spiders could overrun it in hours. And given their ability to communicate and coordinate attacks, they're far more dangerous than mindless beasts. While technically not beasts under the Ministry's classifications, Dementors are non-human entities with powers that make them devastating. They drain all joy and hope from their victims, leaving depression and despair in their wake, and can administer the Dementor's kiss, which removes a soul entirely. During Voldemort's rise, they spread fear on a national scale, but imagine if Dementors were unleashed globally, without the Ministry to control them. The wizarding world would collapse not through physical destruction, but through psychological annihilation. The Thunderbird is a majestic North American beast, capable of sensing danger and creating storms as it flies. While generally not aggressive, The sheer scale of its power means an enraged Thunderbird could devastate entire regions with hurricane-level weather. If dark wizards learn to manipulate one, the Thunderbird could be turned into a living weapon, a natural disaster on command. The Erumpent is a massive rhinoceros-like beast whose horn injects a fluid that causes anything it pierces to explode. While rare, their mating behaviour is notoriously destructive. One Erumpent charging through a town could detonate multiple buildings in minutes. Even one of these creatures rampaging in a wizarding city could force an evacuation. And unlike dragons, Erumpents are land-based, making them harder to corral from the air. Werewolves may not match the raw power of dragons or Nundus, but they have one advantage the others don't: they can blend in. A werewolf in human form can live undetected within a community, infecting others with lycanthropy during the full moon. Left unchecked, an outbreak could turn entire regions into hunting grounds for transformed packs. During the Second Wizarding War, Fenrir Greyback weaponized this tactic to terrorize wizarding families. Giants are rare in the modern wizarding world, but in the past they were capable of waging wars that nearly wiped out entire wizard populations. Standing over 20 feet tall with immense strength and endurance, a single giant can smash through magical defenses that would stop most creatures. In large numbers, as Voldemort briefly commanded, giants could flatten wizarding settlements in hours. While these creatures can vary in size, power, and origin, they share one thing in common. Once unleashed, they're almost impossible to stop without massive coordination. The wizarding world's safety relies heavily on containment, secrecy, and the hope that these creatures stay far from population centers. But history and the events of the Potter series prove that it only takes one breach to cause chaos. From the silent approach of the Lethifold to the firestorm of a rogue dragon, magical creatures remind us that the wizarding world exists in a delicate balance. They're wondrous, terrifying, and, if mishandled, world-ending. Which creature do you think possesses the greatest threat? The venomous gaze of the Basilisk, the airborne plague of the Nundu, or the mass despair of Dementors on the loose? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Harry Potter University for more magical deep dives. Mischief managed.